Good weekend to you. Welcome to Leading Edge. Good to have you along. I'm Jerry Anderson. Ahead, two more Toledo City Council candidates. But up first, maybe you've heard, buy early for Christmas. If you can get your hands on the thing you want, don't wait. Getting foreign-made products into our country and onto store shelves is proving to be quite the challenge. Maybe you've seen the video of the ships by the dozens sitting out in the ocean waiting to come into ports like Los Angeles or New York or Savannah, Georgia is a big one. That allows me to introduce my first guest, the president and chief executive of the Toledo-Lucas County Port Authority. Now, when I've had Thomas Winston on the show previously, I think we pretty much talked economic development, and we will today, folks, as the Port Authority is the lead agency for development. But Mr. Winston, as I welcome you in, I do know that our local port doesn't do the shipping containers that we're seeing elsewhere. And these things are massive, big boxes. I've seen pictures of them in the Times this week containing everything from huge tractor tires to Christmas wrapping. I mean, it's all out there. I know we don't do that here, but as a shipping and logistics guy, can you give me and our viewers an idea of just what's gumming up the works out there?
Great. Well, Jerry, thank you for the opportunity to be back with you on your show and to be able to speak to this issue as well as a lot of the activities that are taking place at the Toledo-Lucas County Port Authority. With respect to the question on what I would call it, the log jam of cargo operations with vessels at the ports, that's an issue that's pretty much concentrated at the coastal ports, the bigger ports that you alluded to that really take on non-bulk cargo operations and particularly the containerization that are at Los Angeles, Long Beach, Savannah. And, it's a pretty interesting phenomenon that's taken place, and it's probably going to take several weeks before it clears itself out. Those issues are plentiful, depending on who you talk with, pretty much driven by the ability to get those vessels on the port and then getting those containers off those vessels. There are issues leading to just really trucking companies, perhaps, being there and having the workforce and the manpower to supply and to initiate getting those containers off.
We're more of a bulk cargo port here in Toledo, but are any of those same issues showing themselves locally? How are we doing at the Toledo port?
We're doing very well at the Toledo port, and we are a bulk operation where we're handling commodities such as iron ore and grain and salt and general bulk commodities. In fact, through September, year to date, we're up 26% over 2020 numbers as far as short tons coming into the Port of Toledo. And that's driven by a number of factors, particularly iron ore, and specifically the Cleveland Cliffs operation that came on board in the fourth quarter of 2020, and more production happening out of their direct reduction plant out at the Port of Toledo. And we're very excited. We believe we're at this track rate, we'll be able to get over 10 million tons of cargo through the Port of Toledo this year, which is very significant.
Your cargo handler on the river, Midwest Terminals, are getting a nearly $2.6 million loan for new administration and training buildings. And I'm looking at that. I'm thinking that has to be good news if we have to train more people. And it also begs the question, how are we doing? It seems like everybody in the world has personnel problems, manpower problems. Are we facing those at our port?
We are not facing those issues at the port specifically. And it's an exciting time frame at the Port of Toledo, particularly with our operator, Midwest Terminals. They are in the process of building 2 new administrative facilities. These facilities, well, one facility would be at the Ironville terminal location and one at the Facility 1 location. And it's really going to allow them to perform better administration functions for their staff, but also providing training and safety opportunities for their staff members, and particularly with the increasing of activity that has taken place. So this is a great opportunity for Midwest, and we're just happy with the relationship we have with our partners.
Let's head out to the airport now. New, since you and I have talked, is Amazon Air. I'm thinking it had to have been attracted by the new fulfillment center in Rossford. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but what impact now its arrival on our local airport scene?
Jerry, we're very excited about landing and Amazon Air operations at the Toledo Express Airport. Just phenomenal being able to have discussions with them late last year. With our board commitment, put up $1.5 million into a facility, existing facility at the airport. And we launched the Amazon activity or operations in the March of this year. They launched with a one flight operation on a daily basis, quickly moved to 2 flights on a daily operations. And we expect as we're moving into the holiday season, we'll see perhaps more activity happening at the Eugene F. Krantz Toledo Express Airport.
There you go. Yeah.
We believe they'll have eventually over 100 new jobs in our community. Wow. And it's just a great opportunity directly because of the job creation, but also indirectly helping our other businesses out at the airport be able to supply and support this operation. So
so the good news on that front, we had some kind of disappointing news when it comes to passenger air. I'm gonna need to take a break here. He's Thomas Winston. He's the president, chief executive, head guy, Toledo Lucas County Port Authority. They run the ports. They're in charge of economic development. We're gonna pick it up when we come back on Leading Edge.